Edmund Gerber. Michael Sprott, former British and Commonwealth champion, he's kind of become a little bit of a gatekeeper of top class so far as these emerging German heavyweights or German-based heavyweights are concerned. Been in the not too far distant past, went the distance with Alexander Dimitrenko, who's up on the verges of world class, and also Kubrat Pulev, who stopped Sprott, or Sprott retired in 9 rounds. Gerber, 24 years old, undefeated, and he's got a high ranking with the IBF, ranked number 7. But if Sprott fancies this, and he doesn't look in bad shape, Michael, if he does fancy this, this is going to be a decent test for Gerber.
Yeah, and even though Michael's, he has come a little bit of a gatekeeper, but when he does fancy it, John, he is a hard man to beat. So if he fancies it tonight, Gerber will have a lot of trouble on his hands.
Well, it's only a couple of years ago that he fought Audley Harrison for the second time, having knocked Audley out first time, and he'd outboxed the big fella until he got caught in the last round. He was ahead on all judges' cards.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, that would have been another good win for him. He just got caught in the end. With these big heavyweights, Johnny only takes one shot and can change the whole complex of a fight.
Been around a long time, Michael Sprott, professional since 1996, here in his 55th professional contest. Gerber, by way of contrast, just 24 years old and undefeated in 20 fights. Featured Gerber before on Box Nation, and if you're going to be critical of him, he does have a slightly robotic sort of style. It's a bit predictable. Yeah,
you can see him, can't you? His hands are nice and high, which is good, but he's just walking square on, isn't he? Walking forward, just looking to land his shots, but not really worrying what's coming back. But he has landed with some good jabs already, and a nice whipping right hand over the top.
Sprott, as ever, with Jim Evans in his corner. Guided his career almost like a father figure to Michael. And over the years, he's fought on numerous occasions in Germany, and he's picked up some good money as well.
Yeah, he's made a living over there, hasn't he, John, in the last few years? Whether it be a sparring partner or, as you said, the gatekeeper to future champions. He's boxed with all the who's who, hasn't he, in heavyweight boxing.
Body shot from Sprott, and the right-hand counter from Gerber, right on the bell. And a nod of acknowledgement between the two big men. Well, here is Edmund Gerber with Sebastian Sylvester and Carsten Povar in his corner. As I said, he's ranked number 7 by the IBF. More a lower ranking with the WBA. Could yet turn out to be good, but he's not really proven. Last fight saw him against Maurice Harris. The American took him out and got a pretty good win against the 36-year-old back in May. But it's getting to the stage of his career where he is going to be stepped up, and sooner or later the real tests will come. And it might be that, as yet, Sprott might be able to push him.
Well, yeah, I think the IBF ranking slightly flatters him, doesn't it? But Sprott will give him a good workout, John, for sure.
Second round. How did you score the first?
I give it to Gerber. I think, he landed with some decent jabs. Not much went on, really, but you expect that, don't you, in heavyweight boxing. There's a lot of punches landed until someone gets a bit of success. That's a lovely little left hook to the body there, John.
And back comes Sprott with 2 decent ones of his own. Gerber's been through a few of the British heavyweights. Lee Swaby, Colin Kenner, Paul Butlin, Carl Baker, all been beaten by him.
Yeah, he's... But at the time, John, he was on the pinnacle, wasn't he, of British boxing?
Nice jab from Sprott.
Gerber's just waiting too long, isn't he? Let his punches go and giving Sprott the opportunity to land his nice little double jabs.
Well, Sprott's just looking as though he fancies it a bit in these early stages. Nothing got through there. Well, a decent body shot.
Well, you've definitely got to keep Sprott in his shell, haven't you, John? That's, you know, if he gets an opportunity, he can turn the tables on you.
And he can punch a bit as well.
You can ask Ollie Harrison.
Indeed. Well, remember that night when we tried to interview Audley afterwards, and he wasn't aware that he'd been knocked out.
No, it was a cracking shot, wasn't it? And actually, Audley was boxing quite well, wasn't he, up until that point?
Well, not a lot from Gerber in this round. That's a decent body shot, but it's a single shot. Sprott definitely landing more punches. Good right hand.
Yeah, he's been quite successful with that left hook as well, hasn't he? Definitely having a better round.
Well, he certainly wasn't himself against Pulev in his last outing, Sprott. And a few people were sort of suggesting, should he really be carrying on? But he's looked a lot more purposeful so far tonight.
I'll tell you what, John, I think Gerber's suited, isn't he, for Michael Sprott? Because he's, like you said, he's very, very robotic.
And one-paced.
Yeah.
Two German judges and one Swiss judge. I think Sprott's done enough to win this round.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a nice little lateral movement there from him.
Well, good round for Sprott there.
Boxed very well, didn't he, John? Landed with all the cleaner shots. Just outschooled the young fighter.
Bleib locker und setz ihn unter Druck und arbeitet, wird jetzt müde. Du hast doch genug drauf.
Well, if he's going to move up and fight at that higher level, he's going to have to produce more than he showed in that second round.
Well, to be honest, you've got to get it right. We know Michael Sprott's a good fighter, but his record doesn't suggest that. So if you are an undefeated heavyweight, you have to beat the likes of Michael Sprott if you want to progress. And obviously, him being a regular in Germany, they'll know that also.
Yeah,
some of the action picked out by the German director from that second round. And you had to dig fairly deep to find moments in which Edmund Gerber was on top.
Well, they just showed that left hook to the body. What they didn't show, John, was the two body shots that Michael Sprott threw straight after.
Well, I reckon that second round clearly went to Sprott. We now move into the third of 8. So on our cards, Barry, we've got it all square.
Yeah, definitely. Good work from Sprott there, doubling up the jab. Just keeping Gerber at bay.
Sprott's not only fought in Germany, he's sparred a lot in Germany as well, hasn't he? Worked with the Klitschko's. He knows his way around the ring, and he knows how to take a shot. That's a better shot from Gerber. That might be his best punch so far. And again, at that time, a nod of acknowledgement from Sprott. Nevertheless, took it well.
But he's still waiting too long, isn't he, that his shots go. He's letting Michael Sprott dictate the pace behind his jab. But he needs to be putting a lot of pressure on Michael and letting go with that right hand more frequently.
Sprott's just outworking him slightly at the moment.
He is, John. Yeah, like you said, he's very robotic, isn't he, Gerber? So he's an easy target to hit. Doesn't move out the way of anything.
Two of them landing simultaneously with left hands.
Then it's Sprott who's straight back to work, isn't he? Just a...
Sprott fancies this, and Gerber's face is starting to mark up a bit.
Well, we said that at the beginning of the fight, didn't we? When Sprott does fancy a chance to win, he will take the opportunity, and it looks like he's in one of those moods tonight.
It's a decent body shot. Nice right hand from Sprott. Looks so much sharper than last time I saw him fight. Almost looks like a different man, Michael Sprott.
Well, he's winning this round again, isn't he, John?
That's in the little box you see there on the screen. You see the Gerber corner, and you see that Sebastian Sylvester, Karsten Pova, looking a little bit worried about the way things are going. Some pretty sharp instructions coming out of the corner.
Yeah, they're not sharp enough punches from Gerber. He's waiting too long, isn't he, to throw his shots. And then Michael's just not giving him the opportunity to get him off. Just keeps throwing that jab in his face.
Nice right hand from Gerber. One back from Sprott. Well, I don't think Gerber was throwing enough punches to have won that round.
No, that's another clear round for Michael Sprott. Gerber had his few successes, and he seems like the heavier-handed of the two. But he's waiting too long to let his punches go, and he's too robotic.
Mix it up and down, mix it up and down. Yeah. Feel right? Yeah. You're boxing ears of him, mate. You're boxing ears of him. Right? Brilliant. But don't take your foot off the gas, right? You've got to earn every minute of every round. Right. You're away from home, you know the score. You know the score, all right?
Right. Just don't panic. Yeah. Because you're doing really well.
As you attack him, he stands off it, he doesn't do nothing. It's only effective coming forward, all right?
Has he got a drink?
All right, now give him a drink. Dump shield. Dump shield.
Good words of advice from Jim Evans. You know the score.
Yeah,
and he's only good coming forward, and that's about right, isn't it? He doesn't do a great deal when he's under pressure, Gerber, or on the back foot.
Well, he's good coming forward, John, but he's trying to go forward, but because he's taking so long to throw his punches, Michaels is just beating him to the punch with the jab. He'll flurry him with some nice little shots.
That's nice from Sprott. Quality work. Gerber being outworked.
He's slowly being old-schooled, isn't he, as well, John?
Well, I think he's being schooled a bit here.
Yeah.
Whether or not the judges see it that way, of course, remains to be seen, and there's still time for big shots, maybe, from the German. But look at his face. Look how it's marking up. He's cut. There's blood around the left-hand side of Gerber's nose.
Well, he's taken some solid jabs and walked into some punches, hasn't he, rather than...
Oh, that's not looking good.
And Michael boxing well, and he looks good. Fluent. Looks loose and relaxed as well, doesn't he, John?
There's something about me, and you know, when you see these highly touted prospects, such as Edmund Gerber, who's had a bit of a protected record, something about me which likes something like this, when you see Sprott coming here and fighting with such spirit, and irrespective of how they eventually score this one, yeah, Gerber knows the score.
Yeah, well, most definitely. It also helps that Michael Sprott's British, and we're rooting for him, aren't we, really, secretly? But
I guess so.
Well, it's not secret,
not that
anymore.
much of a secret, is it?
Yeah, but it's nice, you know, he's learned his trade, hasn't he? You know, and he hasn't had it all his own way, Michael Sprott. So it's a nice ego boost for him, isn't he, when he can outschool an undefeated fighter destined for better things.
Well, if he keeps this going, at the moment, in round 4, Michael Sprott, 13 years Gerber's senior, is looking the fresher, the stronger, and the better.
Well, you did comment that Michael Sprott looked in shape, didn't you, John, at the beginning of the fight, and so it's proving.
Yeah, I thought when he walked in, you know, as soon as you saw him, he thought, well, he does look as though he's worked. That's better from Gerber. He needs more, though. That's a single shot. Look at his face.
Yeah, it's a terrible mess, isn't he?
Oh, great shot!
God.
Great right hand. Well, Sprott sprung up to his feet. Not sure he wanted to get up as quickly as that. Now, is the referee going to allow him to continue? Sprott says, I'm OK. Oh, he stopped it. He stopped it, and Sprott is furious. He is furious. He was up on his feet. Oh, no, you don't want to see that. You do not need to see that, and there could be real repercussions from that. That is a bad stoppage. I have to say, I don't think that the referee should have stopped it, but you don't like to see a fighter get hold of the referee.
No, it's disgraceful there by Michael Sprott. You know, it was a premature stoppage. The referee should have asked him to walk forward to see if he was stable on his legs. So you can understand that he was winning the fight and he's very annoyed, but you don't act like that, John. You don't act like that. Not in a boxing ring.
It was a great right hand from Gerber that he caught him with. Sprott sprung straight up to his feet. The fight should have continued, and Sprott is still furious. Furious.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, John, if that was his last fight in Germany.
Well, you could see some sort of reaction from the German authorities as a result of that. Sprott laying hands on the Swiss referee. Seen that happen with other fighters in the past. And I don't think Jim Evans is too impressed either.
No, well, you can understand his annoyance, can't you? Because
he was winning the fight.
He was winning the fight handily. He got caught with a cracking right hand, and it was a premature stoppage.
Well, that's better. That's more like it. Heat of the moment, I'm sorry. Well, that's good to see. I think he needed to do that.
I think the referee's just frightened, isn't he?
I think Jim Evans might have given a bit of a word there, saying you better get over there and put it right. There he goes down.
It was a cracking right hand, John, really was. And it came out of nowhere, didn't it? Because he was really dominating the fight.
Now, fair play to Gerber, because he was on his way to a defeat there. That is a cracking shot. But Sprott got up and got up quickly.
Too quickly, John, as you stated. I think he got up too quickly. And I just think at the heat of the moment there, with the adrenaline running, which is a little bit too much.
Referee, I think, did he need to go down there? I don't think he was wobbled too badly.
He overreacted, didn't he? But you can't blame him, John. It's disgraceful. Michael Sprott,
that's me being flippant before anybody got on my case.
No, Michael Sprott, obviously, with the heat of the moment, got carried away. He'll know he made a mistake there. He's usually a very, very nice guy, isn't he? And a ultra-professional athlete.
I think, though, in the rounds that we saw, I think we saw Edmund Gerber really exposed there, though.
Yeah, you did, yeah. You'd see more of the things that he'd done wrong. But it's heavyweight boxing, isn't it, John? And one punch can make all the things do wrong okay.
A slightly disconsolate Michael Sprott, who can't believe that the referee stopped it. But that's the story, and here's confirmation.
Ringrichter Gerhard Siegel stoppt den Kampf in Runde 4 nach 2 Minuten und 41 Sekunden. Sieger durch TKO aus Deutschland, Edmund Gerber.
Well, it's a mixed reception, isn't it? So I think it's fair to say that the crowd would have liked to have seen that fight go on, and we certainly would. Michael Sprott reacted in an unfortunate manner. Edmund Gerber, is he the real deal? I'm not sure.